My name is J.Blake. Call me J.Blake as well. I'm from Mahalo, Hawaii, and I take pictures. Currently, I'm shooting for BLSD Project, The Republic, and Electric Palms, and I've been doing that for the past 6 to 8 months, and it's been going good so far lately, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'd say my favorite show that I've shot so far was Flashadamas back in May. Not only because I love them as a group, but I just had the feedback that I've got from that show is kind of what started it. Some other shows that I shot for were Jack Johnson at the Shell, Chainsmokers, and Cascade. I'd say the biggest accomplishment thus far is having the opportunity to shoot a couple events for published brand and bands. And in the future, I'd just like to better myself as a photographer because I feel like there's a lot more I could learn. There's a few things that I'm working on at the moment. The main thing is with some local brand, with a local brand called About the Goods. One thing I love about photography is it's a creative outlet for me where I could just do what I want and just be myself.
My name is Stacy Potez. I'm the founder of BLSD Project Hawaii. For every shirt we sell, we give one away to a child in need. The movement is about getting people's ideas to spring into action. For every shirt we sell, we want to impact the people who purchase a shirt and also the people who we give the shirt to. The idea came to life actually in a moment. I was sitting in my house and I had a million things on my mind, and I just realized how blessed I truly was with my family, with my house, with my job. I wanted to make sure that I remembered how blessed I was even when I wasn't feeling well. The theme, I guess you could say, is kind of a beachy theme just because my husband and I design everything and we just love to go to the beach, so I guess that's just our natural style that comes out. We're just kind of going with the flow on that, and we're getting help from other people, but we like to use Adobe, Illustrator, Photoshop. We just actually started the business in March, so I think this is our 6th month in business, and so far we've done 2 shirt drops, and we just completed our Feed the Streets project. We did a barbecue, we made bentos, actually over 300, and we passed out bentos to all the homeless in the Kaka'ako area. What I really enjoy most about what I'm doing is, of course, our giving. When we give shirts, it's amazing to see the children's smiles and faces and how happy they are for these kids. Getting a free brand new shirt is something amazing for them. And not only it makes them feel really special and happy, but for us, being able to give the shirts, it's just an amazing feeling. For us, it's not only trying to impact these children that are in need, but trying to impact the community as a whole. If we could get people to change their thoughts, that they have a different outlook on this, and maybe the next day they might do something nice for someone else, not necessarily someone in need, but just being kind-hearted to someone, that's already spreading the movement.
Who am I? I am DJ Wizzard. I'm a scientist. I specifically know how to make people dance by mixing certain kind of songs together. My future plans are to be the greatest that I can be and just go with the flow. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. If you're the greatest, it's going to happen. Some of my greatest accomplishments are the ability to be able to open up for artists such as Lil Wayne, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Africa Bambaataa, and also to be able to be featured on a news station in Hawaii, be a part of Love Fest Hawaii, which is pretty much the biggest music festival that happens on this side of the world. What I enjoy most about what I do is being able to make people dance and make people come together. What I'm working on for the future is just working together as a team to build a better situation for everybody and not to think everything's about me and to be more humble. I grew up in Delaware and then I came to Philly and then I moved to Hawaii. I basically learned my art by myself. I got myself some turntables when I was younger and stuck in the room until I figured out how to make people dance. My ideas came to light when I was about 8 years old. What inspired me is just myself and my drive for greatness, and I wanted to be something great as a musician and as a DJ. I just want to be me and I want people to follow me and follow my lead. I believe that music has changed and it's more of an EDM and electro dance music sound, but I'm a hip hop DJ by heart, so I was able to fuse the two together and make it a situation where you could bring two worlds together because I'm a scientist. That's what I do. It was actually a little bit harder to branch out to Hawaii being not from here, but you just have to keep the connections with the people that you know and be respectful and be humble and you'll be fine. To the young, inspiring artists in Hawaii, I would just say practice, practice, practice and be humble. You have to put in time in order to get to where you plan to be, and you can't just jump up there. A lot of people just want to jump up there, but it don't happen like that. It takes blood, sweat, and tears, and there's a lot of things behind the scenes that people do not see, but you have to do you, and you have to be focused on yourself, and don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Why? Because people need to dance. Because the musician is important to the world. Why? Because people have been playing music since the beginning of the world, and there has to be somebody that brings people together and plays the music. Because there's young kids that have to learn and have to have something to look up to and have to have a skill that they can do to take care of themselves and their family. Because I love it, and I'm a scientist. Why shouldn't I?
So baby, just come in, open up your heart, I'll make love to you. There won't be no stopping, I'm gonna beat it.
My name is Zion Thompson. I am one of the singers and one of the guitar players for the band The Green. The Green formed in roughly around 2009. We kind of linked and stayed together because we were all interested in creating music at home. We just sponge up everything we see, you know, we're not just around the Hawaii reggae music or the West Coast reggae music. It's like we'll go to the East Coast, so we'll try and get international as much as we can. We don't change our sound and the way we are as a core, as a group, but like it definitely influences, you know, our ears and what we hear. There's a whole genre now of like island reggae, you know, that's like popular, like New Zealand and Hawaii and the West Coast reggae artists that have connections to Hawaii and Polynesia and stuff. It's there, and so it's like we're a part of that, all the bands in Hawaii are a part of that. It's this thing that's growing, and we're super proud of it. The combination of the level of professionalism that a real high-level business can, will deal with, and a local, mom and pop, heartfelt, deep roots, people who own and love their company, that kind of vibe is like, that's the combo that we want. I think there needs to be a lot more legitimacy and business in the dealings and that kind of stuff in Hawaii and music and stuff, but I think, the better everyone does, the more that happens and the more legit it comes. Be yourself, and try not to get caught up in all the media stuff and all the social network stuff and all the pressure of like having to be a certain way and whatever. It's like, I think focusing on doing your own thing and working hard is like the most important thing.
Cause you know that I want you to, girl. I'm loving everything you do. You're touching me, rubbing me, kissing me, hugging me, squeezing me, please. Baby, believe I'ma be the one that loves you better, yeah. Cause with me, girl, I will never leave ya. Drive across the world, yeah, baby, just to see ya. No matter where, girl, it don't matter where.